Thank you for joining us here on Sunset Rewind. We are so excited to be here today to talk, and for the first time ever, going to get to talk about girls high school tennis. So I know you all are probably familiar with Sunset Rewind and what a great job they do covering high school football, high school water polo, volleyball, all kinds of sports. But today is the inaugural. We are getting to know high school tennis, girls tennis, through our esteemed guests. So we are so glad that you're here. We have the privilege of meeting Cameron Ball, the new head coach for Newport Harbor girls tennis. So welcome.
Thank you, Leanne. Thanks for having me on, you guys. Pleasure to be here, especially for the inaugural. So thanks for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome. Yes, I'm Leanne Sheward, and just a longtime community member and just kind of known as a big fan of the sport. So it's great for me to be here and get to talk to you about tennis. I love watching high school tennis, professional tennis, and everything in between and playing. So I'm excited to get to know you, Cam. First off, what do the players call you?
When I get to hear them, it's Coach Cam, but hopefully that's all they're calling me. But I get a great group of girls together, and Cam's normally the nickname, and Coach Cam, which for me is a new one, being in the role and being with the school. So to turn around and have 18 girls calling you something, you're just kind of just trying to pay attention as closely as you can and do the best job that you can. So it's fun, and it's been a blast so far.
Well, I know they are lucky to have you because your name is associated with tennis. Cameron Ball and your brother, you guys are famous in the tennis world, at least around here we know. So I know that they're thrilled to get to have you here. So tell us about you, though, and how you kind of first got into tennis and how old were you, and give us a little bit of background.
I was born into a tennis family. My father played professionally for 13 years. He's originally from Australia, so he had ventured out at the age of 18, took a chance, took a ticket, took a flight, and started playing tournaments and traveling, all on his own dime. I can recall plenty of conversations with Dad skipping school a little early to make his way down to a famous club in Sydney area called White City Tennis Club, and I know my grandparents would have to go down and pick him up at the end of the day. So he'd be down there for hours on end sneaking down to play. So Dad picked it up at a very, very young age, and something he stuck with and became very accomplished with. Had a great career, played every Grand Slam, played every country, every continent.
Wow,
like I said, 13 years on tour for Dad. So me, as a youngster, wanted to follow in the footsteps of Dad, and was lucky to have, someone who provided such insight, expertise, and such a level of experience at something.
Absolutely.
So it was in the house growing up, and then that got me, excited to do it. I'd be, coming home from school, and my dad would be letting me know what pros were going to come by and practice or stay with us for a few days, and that included Davis Cup captains, coaches, and players. So it was just, it's kind of the family affair for us. And so at a young age introduced and picked it up, and then I have brothers that also play and got to a very high level, so introduced at a young age. Kind of went from there, tried to take after Dad. So
it is in your blood, no doubt.
Yeah, for
love
sure.
It. Well, good. Well, you have been around here for a while, too. Newport Beach, Corona Del Mar area, right? How long have you lived here?
Born and raised. Yeah, born and raised local here. Tried to move away a few times, but it didn't work for me. It keeps pulling me back, so I remain faithful here for the better part of still graduating high school.
Tell us
so
I'm
pretty.
You don't have
to. The number's getting a little up there, so we won't say. But born and raised locally. Played high school here, played juniors here, all over Southern California. Got to play nationally as a junior up until the age of 18, and then traveled around for a few years and played the Futures circuit after that. So keep coming back here. It's such a hub for tennis, Orange County in this area in particular. So it's a good fit.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, local and alum of CDM, I understand.
Yeah. So
star of CDM tennis too. Let's not, call a spade here.
It was a good couple years for me and for the program. We had great leadership. Our high school coach Tim Mang was somebody who was big influence to a lot of us on the team, irrespective of how good you were, how much you played, your level. I mean, a lot of us played additionally outside of high school, and that's how we got lucky to get a team where my freshman year, I was one of the top 10 in SoCal and was playing, third doubles, which doesn't mean anything, but just meaning that the depth was that strong. So
Sure.
got to play, got to play some good high school tennis. Unfortunately, now it just seems like it was on the wrong side of the bay now that I'm over here. So
Some might agree with you there. Yes.
yeah, don't tell too many people though. So
Oh, well, Kim, tell us a little bit more. Married, family?
yeah, I married my high school sweetheart. I totally lucked out and got to have a life partner that was the girl of my dreams at a young age and still is. So she's
Love hearing that. Love hearing that. That's great.
No,
She a tennis gal too?
Yeah, she was a little more of a tennis gal. We've got 3 kids now, and so we all used to be a little bit more of something, but now we're balancing it all as graciously as we can. And no, we let's just say that was more of a dating years type of affair. So going out and hitting around some free time, but nope, 3 kids, and it's fantastic. I'm truly blessed. So
excellent.
yeah,
So
they play a little
tennis.
tennis as well.
Well, I hope so.
A little, so.
That's in their blood too. So.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. I would love to hear a teeny bit more about your career if you're interested in sharing. I know it's not bragging because I asked, so I'd love to know because I kind of feel like famous in the house. Let's go.
Well, I mean, a lot of my career is SoCal based a lot more. Maybe for reference to the high school stuff, we won CIF at CDM 2 out of 4 years, lost the final once. My coach used to hold the National High School Tennis All-American. We finished number 1 in the country 2 of those 4 years.
Wow.
Was able to achieve a top 10 ranking, 16s and 18s in Southern Cal and top 20 in the country, which was, not bad.
Not bad at all.
When you're up against pops and, my younger brother Karsten, who's also quite talented, it's always it's a humble crowd to be around. But I finished high school and had a couple of options to go to a school, and I chose to try a couple years on the tour, and that worked its way out, and lived out of a tennis bag and a duffel bag on the road for a couple years, and got that out of the system, and then
Good for you.
went working out from that. But I won designated tournaments in Southern California, got to reach a couple of semifinals of some national tournaments as well. So yeah,
Excellent.
all in all, good stuff. So
Excellent.
Yeah.
Lots to be proud of.
yeah.
I love it.
Yep.
Oh, good. But I like hearing that you're proud for the stage you are now, too. So that's awesome. All right. Well, let's move on a little bit to your team this year. Kim, I understand this is your first year coaching a high school girls team, which might be a little different than coaching some other people in the past. I'm sure there's some fun stories. We're looking forward to hearing about all your players and your season and even your league a little bit. So
Yeah.
what have you got for us?
Well, yeah, like you said, brand new to, high school, organized high school sports. Now as the coach, obviously before as a player was a different, a different outlook. Now being the coach, it's
The adult, yes.
the adult. I'm trying to be the adult out there, which is at times challenging for me, but it's great so far. It's been a great group of girls. It's been super fun. They've worked hard. They make it easy. I've got a great group. That kind of, it's a team from, okay, you're the coach, but you're also just part of this. And, that's how I look at it. I hope that they look at it in the same way. I'm here to help.
Leaders on the team. And
Definitely. We got some leaders on the team. We have some seniors on the team that have been, great leaders. We've got Lucy on the team, Alex, Kaylin, Kate, Mia, Hannah, Lily. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone there. Sorry, guys, if I am, but great leaders. And, they've been there already much longer than I've been there. So I kind of look at it as also they're helping me integrate into, what's good, what's maybe, different, and also throwing around ideas about what makes it better.
Absolutely.
So I think it's fair to make sure that as a coach, you get to hear both sides, both sides of the aisle, if you want to say it that way, to work together. I don't want to feel like I'm the coach and it's this way or not at all. And at the same time, I want to make sure there's fair treatment input, and stuff like that. We've got great talent. We've got some up-and-comers too. We have Coco, who's great. We have Kylie, Lilu, Kit, and they're kind of bringing up the
Love the names.
Yeah, we got great names. We're undefeated in names on our team. We got the best team names for sure. Lilu, another gal who's worked with my brother. A couple of the other girls have, and really shown some progress. And some of the younger girls, they've moved up a lot in the last 2 years, which has been really encouraging. They really applied themselves. Great. They've really done it. Some of the seniors, I'm just kind of catching them at the end. So, and I know, over the last couple of years, there's been a lot of, just changes in the program. So getting to kind of, hopefully give them a good push towards the finish line was a goal. As the incoming coach, you have a certain amount of players you start, and I was, kind of the idea that I wanted to keep what's already been there and then add to it as best as we can. And that's what the theme is. I've made it a point and done my best that every single match everybody plays. I want everyone to feel that they're a part of it and they're valued and they're contributing, not just, okay, I'm going to go sit on the bench somewhere now for 3 hours and coach is not going to talk to me and he's going to look at everyone else who's playing. I don't think that's going to be a recipe for success or something that really makes everybody feel connected. So
Love hearing that. That's such a great attitude.
Well, it's what I hope for all the girls. I hope they look back at this season as something they all did together. So that would be, I think, what my wish for them would be and the theme for the season is. So,
Great. Well, I bet it's exciting getting to know them as players, knowing their game, helping them with their game, but also their great little personalities.
Absolutely,
and helping them all fit together as a team. That's so great.
Yeah.
Is there one or two girls that stand out that really bring like energy and enthusiasm and fire that kind of fire everybody up? Or
yeah, no, I everybody brings something, and this will be maybe something I share. I new to coaching, we picked team captains, and I thought about it for a few weeks, and there were a couple girls, and they still are girls that I look at that have values as a captain.
Great.
And I think it's wonderful, as I think it adds to the team. I then got a little bit deeper into thought on it, and I thought, well, I also feel that's a little isolating to call someone a captain and someone else not a captain. And I don't want someone to feel like they're not adding to it in a way that I value. So we kind of did away with the captain theme this year. I'm going to do some awards at the end of the year banquet. Hopefully that was the right move, and hopefully that was well received. I try my best to be transparent with them and make them all feel they're heard. So I felt like that was the right move. One of the girls I first met that brought a ton of energy was Lucy, and she's a real getter, fiery, fun, loves the team, loves the program, and she definitely brings the team energy. She's first in the cheer, first to help out all the time. Alex is another senior who's really stepped up, I think, in the last couple of weeks, especially in matches. She's totally focused in, and like you said, new, so I got eyes on these girls in the summer program, but I feel that a ton of them have really, really turned it around and just put them on their own accord and put themselves in a place where they're doing better. Kaylin's another senior I really value. She goes out and puts a racket on every ball, tries her absolute best, and is super gritty. And to be honest, that's something I just love to watch, love to see. I don't care how she does. Obviously, I want her to win for her.
Absolutely.
But I want, come off smiling is the bigger win. And getting to watch her do that, irrespective of who she's playing, it's great. That's going to serve her really well in life and really well further on. Mia, my lefty, she's also really spirited. She's blossomed in the doubles lately. She's been great. Kate, another lefty. She's got an amazing kick serve, and she's a lot of fun to have on the team. And then I have Hannah as well, who's, super fun as well, hard worker, and definitely rounds the team off well. So the girls have been great. So
excellent.
Those would be my big ones there. So
wow, I can't wait to get out and watch them now that I kind of know by name a little bit. So I think it's so fun. I've gone to CDM, a lot of CDM high school matches over the years. shout out to our friend Jane Paulson, who is a star on the CDM team. And I love how the girls encourage each other across the court and yell,
Yeah.
"Great shot.
Yeah.
Way to go, Stanton. Way to go, Harbor." You know,
Yeah.
and they just yell, are always encouraging and being such a team out there.
Yeah.
And of course, they look adorable in their uniforms. You know, that might not be high on your list, but
You know what? As long as they're happy with how they look, you know, that makes me a happy coach. So as long as they're liking it, the outfit's they got to look good in the outfit. So you got to like the fit and the flair. So there you go.
They
So
do.
You said it best though. The fun part about going to a tennis match is the camaraderie, hearing people complimenting each other. You know, I've had, you know, players on my team, you know, even some of, you know, my younger girls that are kind of, you know, they're younger, they're not quite as voiced and out loud, and they're
Not
cheering.
yet,
They're
not
cheering.
yet.
Yeah, they will be. They're finding the pipes, but they're shouting out across courts, and so it kind of has that fun feel. I mean, even if we come up short and lose a point, people are applauding.
Absolutely,
People are
yes.
encouraging each other, and that's a special kind of event versus, you know, a traditional, you know, football or basketball or something like that. So it
cheering
definitely
for both sides.
Yeah,
Good
definitely comes off well.
sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right. Well, let's see. What else do we have here? Tell us about the league right now and maybe some of your big rivals in the league this year, and who are you really hoping to beat?
Well, I'd really love to beat CDM. How does that sound?
I think that sounds very normal coming from Newport Harbor.
No, so a lot of these teams, it's a first look for me, and so I don't have you know, firsthand experience with the teams that we're up against. I go off kind of what the players tell me last season was,
Sure.
and then I'm extremely fortunate to have Coach Kristen Beckwar, who also has been at Newport Harbor for a very long time, involved in the program, and does an incredible job. Keeps me entirely organized, and my brother, which is a full-time job on the side. And so she'll even kind of let me know, okay, who was a rival last couple of years, who's been stronger, who hasn't, you know, who's lost a bunch of players. And so I try to get a lay of the land from that. I know Los Alamitos has been a big rival. At least I've heard over the last couple of years. We're playing them this Thursday, and we're away.
Ooh,
So
great.
we're hoping to bring it on Thursday. And just going back to beating CDM, Jamie, you know, I'm only kidding, but maybe in a couple years we'll come for you and give you a little bit more of a run. I really enjoyed getting to play CDM last week. Jamie's great. Having him over and bringing his girls for us to play was a treat. And Jamie's always a class act. Does a great job on the program over there for sure.
Yes.
And
But I did notice a little bit on social media when you did play Battle of the Bay against them. I saw some Gatorade bottles with some notes on it, a little smack talk. So you know it's always got to be there. Girls, boys, men, women.
was there? I actually missed it. I mean, maybe there was. I swear I didn't have anything to do with it. So
Of course not. It was all just, you know, natural for Battle of the Bay.
Really? I'm going to talk to the team. I didn't hear anything about this. Girls, you better talk to me about that.
Sorry,
leave it-
I didn't mean to get anyone in trouble.
that's all right.
I'm sure it wasn't your players. I'm sure it was the fans.
Yeah, it had to be somebody
Yes,
else.
absolutely.
It definitely wouldn't have been us, that's for sure.
It could have been my husband. He's a Newport Harbor alumni, and our daughter went to CDM just because of where we lived, and he had the hardest time. He couldn't even say "Go Sea Kings." He would only cheer for girls by name or things. There's something just
That's
that's
tough.
been going on for a long time. You can't not have it. So there are fans out there everywhere that are going to do that. So.
That's a dilemma at the dinner table right there. That's gonna be a tough night. We better cook something real well to take the mind off that. So yeah. The rest of the season though, we're looking forward to. I think we're coming into stride. You know, off season was good, but we're put up against some pretty darn tough teams, and
There's,
you know, tennis
like
is
you said, a ton of great players here in Southern California.
Absolutely. We're blessed with the weather. This is one of the pockets of the country that we get real strong players coming through. You know, back in my day, back in everyone's day, you know, it doesn't matter how far back you go, Southern California has always been a real, you know, stronghold for great tennis.
Yep.
So, but I mean, last week we had CDM took us down, and we got ahead of Huntington, but it was a very close match. We had some really, really close sets, and some of those went our way, which, you know, we hope they do again. But I think we're in a good spot going into the rest of the season. So,
And tell me, does girls high school tennis do how do they do playoffs these days?
So we finish the season out, and then we're going to do off of, it's a result based. We do our league. After that, league individuals for singles and doubles, and then based off record from there, we see about what we get to do for CIF.
Great.
And go from there. So
Okay.
I'm hoping, like I said, we go strong the rest of the season, and then those all just kind of fall into place for us. So.
Great. Well, we're excited for you.
Yeah.
Excited for you. Now, we kind of joke about it, but as a tennis professional and tennis purist, maybe, I don't know, there's just curiosity around. How do you feel about pickleball, Coach Cam?
Sorry, that was a joke. I have nothing against pickleball. I think pickleball is a great activity to keep people active and get people involved in being active and hopefully healthy and hopefully living a healthier lifestyle. I know the animosity and the battle will rage forever, probably till the end of all of our days. But as a tennis player, you can see the frustration when people are losing pickleball courts everywhere, and then as a pickleballer, you can see the frustration of kind of a new evolving sport that people are just hating on just to kind of downplay it because they think it's a lack of skill or a lack of athleticism that it takes to do it. So I think both sides of their little battle right now are understandable, but at the end of the day, I'm not bothered by it. So.
Well, great.
Yeah, I
wouldn't
try not to be.
expect you to. I like your answer there.
All right.
Oh, well, good. Well, we are so thankful that you took the time to come and share with us about your team and all the girls and the community. We hope to all come around you more now that we know more about you and your team, and we're just excited for you. So best of luck to you for the rest of the season, and to all the girls, all your players, and we're happy. Go Sailors.
That's right. Go Sailors. Thanks, Leanne. Thanks very much. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, you're so welcome.